Hello students, this is a revision lecture video, chapter 18, its good name, the environment and us. See, deforestation. The population of the world is now close to 600 crore. Man is developing new technologies to meet the need of all these people and is using up more and more land and water resources for this purpose. Open space are required on a very large scale for agriculture, housing, industry, and for building roads and railways. Forests are cut down to make place for them. Marshy or low-lying areas are filled to reclaim the land. See, the environment provides shelter to different kinds of living things. There are many types of plants in forest. Birds build their nest in trees. Animals like to bear, deer, monkey, elephant, tiger all live in the forest. That is, they find shelter in a forest. All their needs are met in the forest. If forests are reduced, biodiversity is also depleted. See, pollution. You have seen how water resources get polluted if wastewater is leaked into them without processing. Wastewater flowing out from a factory into the surroundings. Wastewater is also given out from factories into their surroundings. If water from such polluted sources keeps soaking into the soil becomes infertile. See, wastewater from factories enters water bodies. Chemical fertilizers and pesticides are used on a large scale for agriculture. They seep into the soil or finally flow into rivers with rainwater. Due to several such reasons, water and soil get polluted. This is dangerous for the plants and animals there. Their numbers reduce eventually they die out altogether, that is they become extinct. See student, fuel is used in all homes. Besides, there are big industries and factories in which fuel is used in great quantities. See, poisonous gases spouting out of chimneys of factories. On the one hand, tremendous quantities of carbon dioxide enter the air due to burning of fuels. On the other hand, due to large-scale deforestation, the number of trees available for absorbing this carbon dioxide is dwindling. As a result, the proportion of carbon dioxide in the air is rising continuously. When the proportion of carbon dioxide in the air rises, it leads to rise in temperature. We see such a temperature rise in all parts of the world. Besides, when fuels are burned in vehicles, they give out certain poisonous gases as well as smoke. Industries also let out some poisonous gases into the air. This leads to air pollution on a very large scale. See, the need to maintain environmental balance. Due to human intervention in nature, large-scale changes are taking place in the air, water, and land. Also, these non-living or abiotic components are getting polluted. As a result, the existence of living things is threatened while several living things have already become extinct. If one factor of environment is damaged, its relationship with other factors also get affected and environmental balance is disturbed from time to time. Some of the living things on the earth balance become extinct. But today, this process is taking place at a much faster rate. This is a threat for the whole living world. Do you know, student, if the different types of plants and animals become extinct one by one, many of the links in the different food chain will be lost. Many scientists believe that this will affect the entire living world on the earth and the balance in nature will collapse. See our needs and the environment. Food, water, and clothes are the need of the people. We use a lot of things to meet these needs. Besides, we use many means and devices for the purpose of studies, sports, hobbies, and entertainment. We even stock up these things so that they will be available to us whenever we need them. All things, all these things are obtained by using materials from our environment. All the people in the world have similar needs and desires. As a result, the environment is being degraded rapidly. We need to be aware that we ourselves are a part of nature. If the balance of nature is disturbed, it will adversely affect human beings too. We need to take steps to prevent the degradation of the environment. The steps should mainly include using our means frugally and recycling used articles. Such measures should be practiced sincerely by each and every person. Let us all ensure that no action on our part will cause pollution or cause harm to living things. Let us make all possible efforts for the conservation of the living world. See, student, global efforts for protection of the environment. Several projects are being implemented at the international level to maintain the balance in nature. It is important to raise the awareness of people all over the world about the threat to environmental balance. Many countries of the world are enacting laws that will help to prevent the pollution of air, water, and soil. See, student, efforts to maintain biodiversity. Biodiversity parks, an area which is reserved for the purpose of protecting and conserving the biodiversity of a region, is called a biodiversity park. In this park, biodiversity is both preserved and studied. People visiting such a park enjoy being close to nature. This leads to more concern for nature. National Park. See, some areas which are important for the protection and conservation of wildlife are reserved for them. For example, the Kaziranga National Park, Kaziranga National Park, the Tadoba National Park, sanctuaries. Certain forest areas are reserved for the protection and conservation of a particular animal or plant. Such a reserved areas is called a sanctuary. For example, the Radhanagari sanctuary for bisons. But if the plants on earth are destroyed, the numbers of animals also fall. That is why it is necessary to protect plants in forest. If deforestation is stopped and instead tree plantation is stepped up, animals that depend on plants will get protection, and Mayani Lake has formed due to a dam built on the Chand River in Satara district. Flamingos from the Siberia region in northern Asia migrate to this lake. Here they build nests and lay eggs. Once the baby birds grow big enough, they return with them to Siberia. In the recent past, as the water level in the dam had fallen, the flamingos had stopped coming. However, the lake has now been declared a sanctuary for birds. See, there is a Balandok Great Indian Bustard sanctuary at Nanaj in Sholapur district. These hung whitey birds are famous for their graceful gait. These birds live in open grassland. They feed on insects. As they are hunted for their meat and their eggs, their number is fast developing. Maharashtra state has declared the Nanaj area in sanctuaries for the Great Indian Bustard. Deer are also found in this grassland. About 50 kilometers from Pune on the Pune Ahmednagar highway, the village of Morachi Chincholi is famous for its peacock population. The old well looked after tremendous trees here have created a favorable environment for the birds. People have found sanctuary in this village. Devrais a bone for all living creature. Indian culture gives importance to the protection of forest. The Devrai is an example. People believe that a Devrai is really a jungle reserved for God. No tree or plant in Devrai is ever cut. That is why all trees in a Devrai are safe even today. Maharashtra has many Devrais. In Madhya Pradesh, they are known as Shravanvan. Devrais give shelter not only to the plants but also to the animals that live there. Hence, Devrais can be called the sanctuaries of the ancient time.